Hello and welcome to myafricanfootball.com. It's the final round of qualifiers in Group B. It's Kenya against Nigeria from the Kasarani Sports Complex in Nairobi. Kenya, well, they simply have to win today if they're to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria, they're still hoping to qualify for South Africa 2010. To do that, they're reliant on Mozambique beating Tunisia, the group leaders. That game taking place in Maputo at the same time. A terrific crowd in today at the Kasarani Sports Complex. It's not the easiest stadium in the world to get to. Traffic is always a problem on big match days, but there is quite an atmosphere, as you can well imagine, for this crunch fixture. Nigeria failed to qualify for the 2006 finals. They were pipped by Angola to that spot, but they were there in 1994, 1998 and 2002. Traditional powerhouses on the African continent. Well, there is one player in the Kenyan side today, the captain Musa Otieno, who is a survivor of when these teams met 13 years ago in the same stadium. A 1-1 draw that day between these two sides, and the Nigerian coach Shuabi Amodu remembers that game well, because he was in charge for that 1-1 draw, a result that left him out of a job after the match. Nigeria, though, do have an excellent record against the Kenyans. They've never lost to them in 11 encounters, winning 9, drawing 2 and scoring 26 goals against 5. As both sides need to win today, we are set for an open attacking game. It should be a terrific one to watch on myafricanfootball.com. Places in Angola and in South Africa at stake. Kenya start the day bottom of the group. These are 14 groups, remember, and only the top 3 qualify for the Orange Africa Cup of Nations, which will take place in Angola in January. Only the top team qualifies for the World Cup in South Africa. Well, the World Cup trophy itself was in Kenya earlier this week. One of the sponsors is taking it on a whistle-stop tour around the continent. And President Mwai Kibaki and Prime Minister Raila Odinga got their hands on the trophy as it came through the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. That was on Thursday. The build-up to this match for the Kenyans, highly controversial. They've had a late change of coach. The German Antoine Hey relieved of his functions and replaced by one of his former assistants, Twahir Muhyiddin. Antoine Hey had left out many of the established Kenyan stars, notably Dennis Oliech, the national hero, the striker and their top scorer in this campaign, who plays for Auxerre in France. The Kenyan Federation forced him to recall him and Edgar Ochieng, the very strong defender who plays his club football for Matari United. Antoine Hey took exception to that, started staying away from training. And as such, one of the Kenyan Federation officials said, well, it's like if a doctor doesn't want to perform an operation, you go and get another doctor. And that's what they've done. And it's Muhyiddin who is in charge for today's game. He says Nigeria are not the giants they used to be. They are like any other opponent, and we stand a chance against them. Nigeria, they only jetted in on Friday for this game. Amodu said, well, that may look like a disadvantage, but we hope that something good will come out of it, because we're determined not to let anything stand in our way. Asked about the Harambee Stars, the Super Eagles coach said, well, they're a good side, tactically and technically, and we're expecting a tough match, but we are confident that our experience will prevail. There's Musa Otieno, the veteran who plays for Sanlam Santos in South Africa. He has his own soccer school in the country. A real calming influence in the dressing room. Someone all of the players in Kenya look up to. Look at that Nigerian travelling support. John Obi Mikel of Chelsea is back from his ankle problems to take his place in the midfield. The national anthem of Nigeria. And now the national anthem of the home side, Kenya. Listen to the roars for Kenya. These fans will be hoping to roar them all the way to a place in Angola. And certainly the returning hero Dennis Oliech's hope. He wears number 14 today. And he says he's hoping for a repeat of 2003, when he scored the winning goal against Cape Verde to take Kenya to the Africa Cup of Nations. Well, in the 98 qualifiers, Kenya needed to beat Nigeria in the final qualifier in Abuja and ended up losing 3-0. Also the scoreline when they met in June of this year. Uche and Victor Obinna with the goals there. Obinna got 2. He is on the bench today. But Ikechukwu Uche is suffering from a long-term knee injury. He's an absentee, as is the big Bolton defender Danny Shitu. Joseph Yobo of Everton captaining the side here for the Nigerians. Stepping forward with Muna Otieno. Today's referee is from the Seychelles, Eddie Maye. Of course, we'll be keeping a very close eye on the scoreline from Maputo. A vital match in this group between Mozambique and Tunisia. The Nigerians are hoping for a Mozambican win. The Kenyans are hoping for a Tunisian win in that one. But first of all, they have to fulfill their own side of the bargain, which is winning this fixture in Nairobi. In goal for Kenya today, Willis Ochieng plays his club football in Finland for IFK Mariehamn. We have a few foreign-based stars in this side, including Emmanuel Ake wearing 15, who is back in the international setup for the first time since 2004. He plays for Herfolgaden in Denmark. Nigeria will be looking to Yakubu of Everton wearing number 8, recently back from a 10-month layoff after Achilles tendon surgery. They also have goal-scoring potential on the bench in the veteran Nwankwo Kanu and Obafemi Martins, a recent signing at Wolfsburg. There is Yakubu. Eddie Maye of the Seychelles gets this vital Group B fixture underway. Both Kenya and Nigeria need the win in Nairobi. Kenya to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup. But even that won't be enough. They will have to keep an eye on events in Maputo and the match between Mozambique and Tunisia. Oh, and already Yakubu causing a bit of a threat there. And this free kick is in a very dangerous position. Olufemi Ajulor, the man brought down. Nervous moments for Willis Ochieng. Referee Maye making sure they're back the full 10 yards. 4 men in the wall. More Kenyan players going to join them. Peter Odemwingie looks like he might fancy it. John Obi Mikel is standing over it too. Odemwingie wearing 11, the Lokomotiv Moscow star. And it's Odemwingie. It's taken a deflection and gone over. Odemwingie has been in electrifying form in recent games for his country. The wall did its job though. John Obi Mikel. It's a bit of a floater. Odemwingie tries a little trick in the area, has 2 white shirts around him. But again, the free kick going Nigeria's way. Oh, seems to take the ball cleanly. It was a physical challenge. And Kenya preventing a quick one. That 2-man wall will be marched backwards. Odemwingie. Oh, it's over everybody. Not quite sure whether he was tempted by a little gap at the far post there. Odemwingie. John Obi Mikel, just back from his ankle injury, didn't play at all in October. Missed the last qualifier, the game against Mozambique, which Nigeria only won in injury time, almost with the last kick of the game, thanks to Victor Obinna. In goal, Vincent Enyema. No McDonald Mariga of Parma for the Kenyans today. They're also missing their star midfielder, Robert Mambo, who's another foreign-based player and plays his club football in Sweden. They're both injured. Oh, as Michael Enaramo went down clutching his head. Eddie Maye decides to bring proceedings to a halt. Also a Kenyan player down, can't quite see who it is yet. Enaramo plays for Espérance in Tunisia. The Tunisians quite fancy getting him Tunisian citizenship so that they could incorporate him into their starting lineup and their international setup. And how ironic that it's Tunisia and Nigeria battling it out for that single spot in the World Cup 2010. I can tell you it's still goalless in Mozambique, Tunisia at this stage. Another game that you can follow on myafricanfootball.com. The clash of heads here. And Enaramo off on a stretcher. See the Kenyan player on the far side. He'll have to wait to be called back into action by referee Maye. And of course, Yakubu is going to give the ball back to the Kenyans. First time the Kenyans have been in opposition territory. Oboyo is beaten to the ball by Onyekachi Apam. Very strong defender, plays for Nice in France. George Owino. So important for the Kenyans to give support to Dennis Oliech, number 14. Oliech on something of a goal drought by his standards at international level. No goals in his last 3. Odemwingie, his electrifying pace is not necessarily the strong point of this Kenyan backline. George Owino. Oliech is fouled there and takes it quickly. Victor Mugabe. Julius Owino now. The cross wildly overhit. One of the domestically based players in this Kenyan lineup plays for Gor Mahia. Hooked clear by Yobo and out of play. 29 years old now, Joseph Yobo seems to have been around forever. This is better from the Kenyans. Oliech has 2 defenders on him. The challenge there was a little bit over the top. I'm not sure it was Emmanuel Ake who's been shown on the screen. There we go. Yobo. George Owino comes across to tidy up. Back to Willis Ochieng. There are 2 Owinos and 2 Ochiengs in this Kenyan lineup. That's why I keep mentioning the first names. No foul there. Mugabe plays on. Ake switching play. Oliech past one. But in goes Al-Jalor. Much more confident play now. Julius Owino showing good adventure, and that's a fine cross. Ake was making the near post run. Could have done with 1 or 2 more players in the box. But that's good enterprising stuff from Kenya. Exactly what they need. John Obi Mikel. Again, the Nigerians get a free kick. A handball by Musa Otieno, I think. No, it's by Edgar Ochieng. His return to the international setup. Really wildly saluted in the Kenyan press. They say that with Ochieng in the team, the Harambee Stars record reads played 7, won 3, drawn 1 and lost 3. And without him, played 4, won 1, lost 3. Very important to the Kenyan defence is Edgar Ochieng. Bit of a conference here between Odemwingie and John Obi Mikel. It's Odemwingie, and that's not one of his better efforts. Perhaps next time John Obi Mikel will get his chance. Two goals in the qualifiers, Peter Odemwingie so far from 9 games. Patrick Aboyo for the Kenyans. Quick feet, but Onyekachi Apam sticks to his task. The defender doing enough to prevent the cross coming over, but at the expense of a corner. Mugabe of German Albeerschot has gone across. He's often a substitute for his club in Belgium. A starter here today. Yobo away. Yakubu gives it away. Now Opio helping it on. They do have men up in this attack. Stepping in, Olifinjana of Hull City scored a brilliant winner, or brilliant goal against Stoke City in a game that Hull won in the Premier League last weekend. Odemwingie cutting in onto his left. Yakubu. Oh, a fully fit Yakubu, you feel, would have taken that chance. What an opportunity. Excellent vision from Odemwingie. One touch and just past the post. He's a terrific goal scorer. The Kenyans were appealing for an offside flag that never came. The shot from Mugabe, ambitious. Both these countries have really rather stuttered their way through qualifying. The Nigerians are unbeaten, but they've had 3 draws, including one at Mozambique on the opening round of fixtures. They also conceded a last-minute equaliser at home to group leaders Tunisia. And Aramo back on the pitch after that blow to the head. Otieno. The referee wants a word with Uchili here. And the youngster from Rennes goes into the book. Silly. Kicking the ball away like that. And Aramo. Agilore. Odemwingie hasn't enjoyed the best of starts to this game. Otieno. Mugabe has space to run into. Tries to play the early pass. Cut out by Ranieri. Lofinjana. Mikel. Way over Odemwingi's head. Ghana and the Côte d'Ivoire have already qualified from the African qualifiers, so there are 3 places left up for grabs for the World Cup. Plenty of nations have secured their place in Angola for the Orange Africa Cup of Nations 2. 16 countries will take part there. 12 have already booked their tickets. Here's a chance for the Kenyans. Terrific save, but no, it's gone in. And Kenya have taken the lead. And Yema just couldn't get enough on it. And look at the scenes of celebration in Nairobi. Kenya 1, Nigeria 0. Is that the goal that books Kenya's spot in the Africa Cup of Nations? Lovely give and go. And Yema half blocked it. The despairing Yobo could not gather. Denis Oliech, the national hero. He said it was his dream to do just like in 2003 and score the goal that took Kenya to the Africa Cup of Nations. He may well have done it, although it is dependent on Tunisia getting something at Mozambique. And Kenya holding on to that lead, of course. Denis Oliech is 6th in the qualifiers, ending that goal drought stretching back 3 games. Oh, how costly that Yakubu miss looks now. Odemwingi. Oh, a free header cleared off the line. The header from Olofinjana. Otieno behind for a corner. Now is the time to be focused. And off the line again. And turned behind by Julius Owino in the end. Again showing the importance of having a man on the post. John Obi Mikel's corner, and the header had beaten Ochieng in goal. Oh, 3 great chances in quick succession for the Nigerians. Maneri this time. Well, this was the best of the lot. Joseph Yobo with the header, stretching those neck muscles to direct it on goal. Another look at this chance in super slow-mo. Past Ochieng's left hand. Ochieng has stayed down now. Willis Ochieng. Enjoyed a let off there. The 28-year-old goalkeeper who was part of the Kenyan squad at the 2004 Africa Cup of Nations. Well, there's a man who's done it all in the game, Nwankwo Kanu. John Obi Mikel's corner. Yobo's header. regrouping themselves a little now, Kenya. Got excited by taking the lead. Willis Ochieng is back on his feet. Otieno. John Obi Mikel hustled off the ball. Kept in play by Julius Owino. Good run by Aki, but he can't keep it in play. Under pressure from Ranieri. Oliech almost in behind Yobo again. Helped on. And Willis Ochieng is out to claim. Kenya have never beaten Nigeria, remember. 11 previous encounters, Nigeria have won 9. There have been 2 draws, and that was only Kenya's 6th goal against the Nigerians. The 12th time of asking. Yobo. Clipped a Kenyan defender, so Enaramo happy to let it run out. Nigeria looking to threaten again from the corners. Stationed on the line. There's John Narogi, the number 6. Varied it up. Surprising that they didn't go for another headed chance there. Odom Wingi not really connecting with his left foot there. Opio. Aboyo. Julius Owino. Kenya keeping possession. Otieno. Musa Otieno, 35 years old. Enaramo to Yakubu. Odom Wingi calls for it and gets it. Across over Mikel. Aboyo gets a lucky break, and he has got real gas, Aboyo. Another one of these clever passes in behind the defence. And the shot now, this time, Enyema can get his body behind it. Anywhere will do for George Owino. haven't done enough in midfield just yet, Nigeria. And with Yakubu still working his way back to full fitness, I do wonder whether they might have been better served playing Victor Obinna or even Obafemi Martins. Those two players on the substitutes bench, able to come on at any moment should Shwabu Amodu deem it necessary. But here they have another corner, and it's a chance for Yobo to make his way forward again. There he is, just about on the penalty spot. He's aimed towards him. And has clipped someone on the way through from Agilor. Yobo gets a foot to it, and now he'll have to get back to defend. Oh, using his body was Algilor to very good effect. Now Achille. Odemwingie had made a good run, but the quality of the pass from Achille was lacking. It's been the story of the Nigerians' first half. Agilor. Crowd like that from Ake. Olafinjana. Nigeria desperately need an equaliser before half-time. Resolute defending from Kenya. Excellent strength from Menaramo. Wins his side yet another corner. Ochieng's half come, Yobo gets there, and Ochieng gets back just in time to flick it round. Got away with that one, Willis Ochieng. Oh, and he'd found space, Maneri. And the ball was always behind him. It's all just a little bit of history repeating for Amodu. I'll be worried about his job prospects should his side slump to defeat here. That's what happened in 1997. After a 1-1 draw, he lost his job. Down here is Say Olafinjana, former Wolves and Stoke midfielder, now playing for Hull City, involved in a relegation battle at the bottom of the Premiership. And it looks like the substitute is required. Ayila Yusuf of Dynamo Kiev. Oh, this will be worrying for the Hull City manager, Phil Brown. Although Yusuf has had a number of injuries of his own since moving to Dynamo Kiev from Union Bank FC in 2003. He's become a regular for club and country, though. Given away, and the snapshot from Oliach was the right idea. Oh, his confidence is sky high, the Auxerre striker. And now Yusuf is onto the field, replacing Olofinjana. Oliach yet to score for Auxerre this season. Auxerre third in the French league. They've won 6 in a row in Ligue 1. Oliach has played 9 times this season. Half of them as a starter, half off the bench. Oh, that's a terrific touch to take him clear of Waneri. Oliach, will he shoot now? Instead goes for the cross, it's behind everyone. Mugabe had to put his hand to his floor to change direction. Otieno. Oh, real shame for Kenya that. It was a terrific chance. Blocked by Apam. And Kenya have a throw-in deep in Nigerian territory. Still 0-0 between Mozambique and Tunisia. So as it stands, Tunisia are heading to South Africa 2010, and Kenya are joining Tunisia and Nigeria in Angola in the Africa Cup of Nations. Appeal. They're doing excellently on the 50-50 balls, are the Kenyans. With all the problems with the coach, Antoine Hey, you'd have thought that would have disrupted their preparation. But they look really up for this game. Waneri and Oliach are down. Oliach writhing on the floor. Waneri prostrate too. That's how it happened. The ice being applied to Denis Oliach. Six goals in 10 games in the qualifiers for the Auxerre hitman. Some glum faces among the Nigerian fans, as you might expect. Yakubu coming back into the Nigerian half to speak to his captain, Yobo. No real fluidity or continuity to the Nigerian play, though they have looked dangerous from set pieces. A succession of corners midway through the half. And one of which Joseph Yobo went very close to scoring the equalising goal. Here's Aboyo using his pace again to take on Waneri. Achille, back heel, and Waneri completes the clearance. Yakubu dropping deep. Marano back to Yakubu, but Otieno snaps at his heels. And that's very accomplished play from Mugabe. to find Naroge. Oliech makes the forward run. He's just going to beat him out of play. The movement from the Kenyans has been excellent. Been dragging the Nigerians all over the pitch. And not giving the Nigerians a moment to settle on the ball. So much at stake in this game. Yusuf, his first touch. And it's not a good one. Emirano. Odemwingie on his left foot. And Willis Ochieng makes the save. He's going to take something from Odemwingie to beat Willis Ochieng from there. Yobo. Onside Yakubu again. Ochieng had another nervous moment. The offside trap has proved fallible in this first half. One black mark for the Kenyans, and something the temporary coach, Twahir Muhyiddin, will have to address at half-time. We're about 5 minutes away from half-time, and Kenya lead by 1-0. Scored by Dennis Oliech in the 16th minute. Aboyo. Julius Owino. Apio. Otieno. Oliech going on another little dash. Darting around the corner. He's found a little bit of space, but crunching in is Adjulor. Adjulor now. John Obi Mikel has had a quiet first half. He's not the only Nigerian you can say that about. Yakubu missed a great chance. Otherwise, he's been pretty anonymous. In terms of transfer fees and wages, Nigeria by far the strongest team in the group. But it's what matters. What matters is what happens out on the field. And currently they are second in the group behind the Tunisians. Yobo. Otieno. Loose clearance from Waneri. John Obi Mikel. Odemwingie in a central position now. That was a sharp turn from John Obi Mikel to draw the foul. Otieno knew what he was doing. It was a way to snuff out an attack. John Obi Mikel waving away Peter Odemwingie. Not surprising after a couple of his free kicks in this half. Time to change the taker. And it's the Chelsea midfielder who's going to take this one. Saw a few Chelsea shirts in the stands here in Nairobi. John Obi Mikel with the cross. This time the offside flag does go up. I have one assistant referee from Cameroon, the other from the Seychelles today. There's the Kenyan bench. Pretty contented bunch at the moment, with their side leading by 1-0. Looking for a historic first ever victory over the Nigerians. It's going to fall to Emirano. Oh, should he have shot there? Trying to find Yakubu. Waneri. Echil. Oh, the crowd don't like the decision. It's gone against Patrick Aboyo and in Echil's favour. They'd lost control of it, had the Ren left back. Very disciplined stuff from the Kenyans, getting men behind the ball. Great control on Mwingi. Cross not so good. John Obi Mikel. Echil. Shoots. No threat to Willis Ochieng. From one goalkeeper to another, from Ochieng to Nyema. Waneri. Julius Owino back into play. Oliech. Emmanuel Ake. Well, it's just beyond Victor Mugabe, and out comes Nyema. Another huge clearance from the goalkeeper. It's gone all the way out of play at the other end of the field. Still 0-0 in the other game between Mozambique and Tunisia in this Group B, the final round of qualifiers for the Orange Africa Cup of Nations in the FIFA World Cup 2010 in South Africa. So as it stands, Tunisia going to the World Cup, Tunisia, Nigeria and Kenya going to the Africa Cup of Nations. Opio. Ake. Opio again. Victor Mugabe. Oliech. Oh, and Yobo just did enough, tracking his run. Oliech appealing that he was fouled by the Nigerian. Wow, yeah, Yobo did seem to play the man rather than the ball. And Dennis Oliech had a case there. Was the previous angle on the replay that told us a bit more. Let's have another look at it here. Look, yeah, the right arm straight into Oliech's chest, inside the area. That could easily have been a penalty. Perhaps Eddie Maye of the Seychelles didn't have the best angle. Yobo got away with that one. Had that been a penalty and Kenya scored, 2 down on the stroke of half-time. Would have been a long, hard road back for Nigeria. Oliech, again using his pace and power. Oliech! Oh, the goal at his mercy, but Nyema saves. That would surely have made a place in Angola safe. Opio Mugabe. Aboyo. Echil is fouled by the opposing number 16, Aboyo. Echil arguing that Aboyo should have joined him in the book. Oneri. Yakubu. Excellent last-ditch challenge from George Owino. Just in front of Enaramo. It was from a corner from this side that Nigeria went closest to scoring. Through Joseph Yobo, his header cleared off the line with Ochieng beaten. Odumwingie. It's deep. The Harambee Stars of Kenya against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And a booking for time wasting. There's Mugabe, who has gone into the book there. Hard to tell whether it was him or Aboyo being cautioned. The crowd cheering every headed clearance. Oneri into space. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Need a long overlapping run. Onyekachi Apam from right back. You have to run all the way back. And that is the half-time whistle. Kenya 1, Nigeria 0. The goal scored by Dennis Oliech on 16 minutes. And a fine goal it was too. Although Vincent Nyema in the Nigerian goal half blocked it. He might feel he could have done a little bit better. Oliech had a great chance on the stroke of half-time to make it 2-0. Nigeria's play very disjointed, though they have had chances of their own. This was the 1-2 with Emmanuel Aki. And there we go, beating Joseph Yobo into the net. Dennis Oliech, the national hero. Is that the goal that takes them to Angola? 1-0 to Kenya at half-time. We'll be back on myafricanfootball.com for the second half in just a few minutes' time, so do join us then. Welcome back to myafricanfootball.com. The final round of African qualifiers in Group B for the Orange Africa Cup of Nations and the FIFA World Cup 2010. At half-time at the Kasarani Sports Complex in Nairobi, it is Kenya 1, Nigeria 0. Dennis Oliech, the national hero, with the goal on 16 minutes. He could have added a second just before half-time. Also had a confident penalty appeal waved away by the referee from the Seychelles, Eddie Maye, who has just gone through shot there. The goal scored by Oliech, the first Nigeria have conceded away from home in these qualifiers. 2 goalless draws from their 2 away games prior to this one. Nigeria potentially 45 minutes away now from missing out on their second successive World Cup finals. They must win today to have any chance of going through. As things stand, it's Tunisia heading for their 4th successive FIFA World Cup. And as things stand too, Kenya will finish ahead of Mozambique, and 3rd place will be enough for the Kenyans to go to Angola for the Africa Cup of Nations. They last took part in 2004, and it was a Dennis Oliech goal against Cape Verde that took them there. It was his stated aim before today's match to repeat the feat, to score again, maybe even 2 goals, he said, from the team camp at Kasarani. He's still got 45 minutes to try to find that second. Nigeria, we saw them in a huddle at the end of the first half. In a huddle again before the start of the second. The Nigerians have used 1 sub already, with Ayila Yusuf coming on for the injured Seyi Olifinjana. They're hoping their prayers will be answered in the second half, the Nigerians. They have Victor Obinna, Obafemi Martins and Nwankwo Kanu on the bench. Expect to see 2 of them before the end of the game if nothing changes. Nigeria 45 minutes away from being eliminated from the World Cup. Kenya 45 minutes away from qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations. Ajulor. They need far more from their midfield in this second half, Nigeria. Oliech. Victor Mugabe draws the free kick with 4 Nigerian shirts around him. And at the moment, the Harambee Stars are clipping the wings of the Super Eagles. And here comes Obafemi Martins. I said there would be changes. He's on for Olufemi Ajulor. Martins, a far more attacking player, can play centre forward or wide. Struggles to get into the Wolfsburg starting 11 after being transferred from Newcastle. Here's Mugabe. Very easy for Vincent Onyema. Yeah, Martins' path to the first team blocked by Graffiti and Edin Dzeko. The outstanding strike partnership in Europe last season as Wolfsburg won the title. Odemwingie looks to have dropped into midfield. Obafemi Martins has gone centrally and up front. Keep an eye on the tactical evolutions for Shribu Emodu's team. Waneri. Odemwingie. Diving header clearance. John Obi Mikel tidying up for Nigeria. Waneri. The captain, Joseph Yobo. The substitute, Yusuf. Need more urgency to Nigeria. They have to use Martins' pace as much as they can. Mikel. Looking for Martins. Something of the playground footballer about Obafemi Martins. Must be incredibly frustrating to play with him. Doesn't often pass the ball, but he is direct, he is quick, and he can score goals, capable of the spectacular. Mikel. There had to be a free kick. Challenge from behind by Opio. Asking a lot of Mikel to perform in such an important match after so long on the sidelines with an ankle problem. Wingy looks like he fancies a shot. Echiel. Away by Edgar Ochieng, whose return to the side has made a difference, as the Kenyan journalist predicted it would. Mikel is fouled, and referee Eddie Maye wants a word. Oh, well, the offside flag going up. Michael Enaramo burst onto it. Already looking at his watch is Shribu Emodu. Still 0-0 in Maputo between Mozambique and Tunisia. So as it stands, Tunisia still going to South Africa, and Nigeria will have to settle for a place in Angola in the Africa Cup of Nations, which they already had in the bag before today's fixture. Apam. Enaramo. Little header inside towards Martins. He's had a very influential game, Musa Otieno. Very intelligent footballer. Doesn't do as much running as some of his younger colleagues. And he's in the right place at the right time, barking out instructions to his teammates, just keeping things ticking over. Yeah, foul there by Jiroge on Odemwingie. Not been the Lokomotiv Moscow player, Odemwingie's best ever game for his country. But he's hanging in there. He's not afraid to call for the ball and be the centre of attention. He must be thinking to himself, it's got to come off for me at some point. Joseph Yobo. Every time the ball goes into that area, And he goes up for a header. It spells danger. And there's going to be a change here. One of the 16s is coming off. It's not clear whether it's the Nigerian 16 or the Kenyan 16. Well, it is going to be Patrick Aboyo. And he is replaced by the number 8, Patrick Oku. Droge. Otieno. Plenty of Kenyans in the Nigerian half. Oku got a touch there. Now Uke, who set up the goal, but across comes Achille. And it's a corner to Kenya. The forgotten man of Kenyan football, out of the national setup for nearly 5 years, but back with a bang. Oliech thought about hitting it. Oh, the outside of the boot shot. Edgar Ochieng, the centre half, with a centre half's finish. Again, Otieno economical in everything he does. Unerringly precise in his passing. John Obi Mikel. Again in this half, Nigeria really struggling to get their attacking players into the match. Here's Martins in his own half. Enaramo and Yakubu have been utterly anonymous in this second half. Still 0-0 in Maputo. Yakubu with the throw. Now Enaramo. And he wins a corner off Ochieng. John Obi Mikel. That's a great header. And again, it was Yobo. And Willis Ochieng got himself behind it. Oh, they've got to keep a closer eye on Joseph Yobo. Oliech. No Kenyan player behind him to pick up that flick. Martins wants to get on with it. George Owino. Ranieri to Achille. Olumwingi. Yobo goes long. Enarama. Achille. He's fouled by Edgar Ochieng. And looks like another card is going to come out here. It's the Mutare United centre half going into the book. Look out for Yobo with the captain's armband being marked by Oliech. Well, the free kick is way overhit and they're starting to wave their arms at each other in frustration. Wingy again. About the 6th time he's done that now. So here Mohidin standing in for Anthony Hay, relieved of his functions, will be fated in Kenya should they qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. Such disruptive preparation and coming off the back of losing a practice match to Kuwait. It would be incredible. Oh, Oliech just couldn't keep it in. And the Kenyans were beaten 5-0 by Kuwait in a match which took place in Egypt about 10 days ago. And it was that which saw the Kenyan Federation call up Edgar Ochieng and Dennis Oliech against the wishes of Anthony Hay. Wingy. John Obi Mikel might shoot. Goes to the pass instead. And that was a real chance for Enarama. Couldn't get it out of his feet, the Esperance striker. The word from Mozambique is that Tunisia are sitting back. It is still 0-0. It's a dangerous game to play because things can change so quickly in football. There have been a lot of late goals in this group. Ramo fouled there by George Owino. Oh, off the bar. Where did that one come from? John Obi Mikel. Well, on the break, Dennis Oliech will have to go all on his own. Oh. Real drama in Nairobi. Otieno. He fancies a go from distance now and is not far away. Kenya and Nigeria trading shots. That was Joseph Yobo, in fact. He's been their best defender and their most dangerous attacker as the captain. Oliech. Uke. Oliech. Was that combination to set up the goal? So close to being into Oliech's path. Well defended in the end by Onyekachi Apam. Martins. John Obi Mikel. Wingy to Martins. Surely 1-1. Obafemi Martins. He hobbles away. Injured himself in the act of scoring, but he's given Nigeria hope. Look what it means to those supporters. No somersaults for Obafemi Martins today. But a vital goal, an instinctive pass from Wingy. And Martins' right foot was caught by the goalkeeper Willis Ochieng as he turned it in. For once, the Kenyan defence went totally to sleep. And toe poke did enough. Nigeria now making another change, and they're going for it as they have to. Victor Obinna of Malaga. He's on loan from Inter Milan, and he's coming on for Michael Enaramo. Obinna already 4 goals in qualifying. Odemwingie. Looks like Martins just had a knock, otherwise they wouldn't have made the third and final change so quickly. So, as it stands, with it still goalless in Maputo, it still means that Tunisia are going through. The goal for Nigeria again would change that. But it's now Mozambique who will be heading to Angola to the Africa Cup of Nations, and not Kenya. What a final 25 minutes we're set for here. John Obi Mikel. Hooked away by Jorogi. Yakubu. Mikel has overrun it. And that ball's gone out of play. All of a sudden it's all Nigeria. And you can now sense the urgency and the belief coursing through their veins. Odemwingie. Here's the substitute of Obinna, and it's come through to Yakubu. Yakubu again. No flag, and incredibly Nigeria have taken the lead, and it's Yakubu. 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes. Things do change in the blink of an eye, and it's the Everton forward giving Nigeria the lead, 2-1. Oh, he missed that chance, but was alert enough to latch onto the rebound after Obinna's shot had been charged down by George Owino. All eyes on the assistant referee. Nigeria missed out on the World Cup 2006 in Germany. They don't want to miss out on South Africa 2010. Oh, what a game of football this has been, surpassing anyone's expectations, and the expectations were fairly high. Really deflated the mood amongst the home support. Oh, and that's a fine save by Willis Ochieng. Oh, I thought he got something on it, and so did Victor Obinna. The officials say no. I might have just have clipped the top of the bar, in fact. Free kick against Joseph Yobo. Oliech being told to move back 5 metres. And a test for Twahir Muhyiddin. Does he bring on substitutes now to chase the game? Charged down by the wall. Ochieng. Julius Owino. Opio. Ochieno. Look at the spring in Odemwingi's step. He's covered about 30 metres to track Mugabe. And then it is Odemwingi clipping Opio and going into the book. Obina. Echil. Foul there on Obafemi Martins. He's got a knock in pretty well the same place in which he was caught by Willis Ochieng in the act of scoring the Nigerian equaliser. Former Inter Milan and Newcastle United player, now at Wolfsburg. Yusuf tidying up for the Nigerians. Anywhere will do. For Nwaneri. And Mugabe tripping up over his own feet. He was overstretching with his left. Odemwingi. Kubu trying to flick it over Edgar Ochieng and go and accept it himself. Ochieng alert to the danger. Opio. Ochieno. Oko. Ake. Men to aim for here in the middle. And a good claim by Enyema. Opio. The flag up against Oliech. Over in Mozambique, it's still 0-0 as it stands. Nigeria set to pip the Tunisians to top spot and a place in South Africa. Nigeria would go through by a superior goal difference. The two games between Tunisia and Nigeria both finished in draws. They can't be separated on that, so it goes to goal difference. Nigeria now have a goal difference of +5 to Nigeria's +4. In comes Alan Wanga, Kenyan wonder boy. He's just had a successful season with Petro Atletico in Angola, winning the league title for the second year in a row. Scored 4 goals in 16 games for Petro Atletico. Well, Kenya, they have to go all out for the victory still. Even a draw, coupled with a 1-goal defeat for Mozambique, would not be enough for the Kenyans. Oh, coming round the back there was Alan Wanga. Otieno had a chance as well, really. He got away from his marker, Yusuf. Martin stretching his legs. The ball beats him across the touchline, though. The word from Mozambique is that Tunisia, after playing very cagily and defensively, are now attacking. They have to. They've only got 10 minutes to try and score the winner. Otherwise, it is Nigeria who will go through to the World Cup, South Africa 2010. And Tunisia will have to contend themselves with the Africa Cup of Nations, which we'll be bringing you live on myafricanfootball.com throughout January. It is a great competition with 16 teams involved. Droge. Here comes Yobo again. Apio. Oko. Otieno. John Obi Mikel read the game well. Yakubu. Towards Martins. Huge difference in height between him and Ochieng. Oh, how different things might have been had Denis Oliech put away that chance just before half-time. All being given a penalty when Joseph Yobo fouled him in the box in the eyes of almost everyone inside the stadium, barring the man who counts, the referee Eddie Maye of the Seychelles. Lovely touch by Martins. When you catch Pam herring forward. And Ochieng clearing left-footed, kept in play by Kenya, thanks to Oliech. Now Oko. Otieno. Aki is fouled. Referee waves play on. Oki. Great run. And 2-2. Well, that changes everything again. And the scorer is the substitute, Alan Wanga. Right now in Maputo, the Tunisians are saying, thank you, Alan Wanga. And suddenly these fans believe that the Africa Cup of Nations is on again. The cross by Julius Owino. And Alan Wanga, who's only been on the field for a few minutes, getting in between Waneri and Yobo to head his side level. Incredible scenes. They're trying to work out the maths. So are we. Alan Wanga's first goal in qualifying, sending the Kasarani Sports Complex Stadium absolutely delirious. Apart from the travelling Nigerian supporters, of course. Can Nigeria find another goal? Can Kenya? Here's Wanga, looking lively. John Obi Mikel. Peter Opio goes into the book. And the news from Maputo is dramatic. There has been a goal for Mozambique. And that means that Mozambique will almost certainly finish third in this group, consigning Kenya to fourth place. But Nigeria still need to win this game to get in front of Tunisia. They started the day 2 points behind. My. This is the beauty of the last round of qualifiers. Nigeria have to score. They have to win this game. Oh, no one was quite sure where that was going from Njoroge. He's gone behind for a corner. Taken quickly and short. Have men over at the back post. Yusuf Martins, Obafemi Martins scores again, his second of the game, and surely this time that's Nigeria through to the World Cup. Obafemi Martins off the bench, and he is the hero. Kenya 2, Nigeria 3. Yusuf's header across, and Martins was alert again. Kenya never get themselves organised from the quickly taken corner. And with a hook of the left boot, Obafemi Martins puts the Super Eagles 1 foot into South Africa. We've said it before, surely they won't let it slip this time. Well, you wonder why Obafemi Martins didn't start the game. Michael Enaramo, who did, he plays for a Tunisian club, Esperance, didn't contribute that much. Martins has come on and scored twice. Oliech. Ochieno. They'll be content just to defend now, Nigeria. It's Echil who has gone down injured. The Wren left back. Nigeria will defend and use Martins as the out ball. Use his pace. Kanu telling his teammates, don't celebrate too soon. But when we do celebrate, the celebrations will be quite something. They missed out on the World Cup 2006, Nigeria. They've been to the 3 before that. And if they do get there, they'll have done it the hard way. 1-0 down, then 2-1 up, then conceded an equaliser, now 3-2 up. But they have to be wary of Denis Oliech and Alan Wanga. Here goes Martins again. Even with his blistering pace, he can't get to that. Otieno. Been a really brave performance from Kenya. It isn't today that they've lost out on Angola. These things that happened earlier in the qualifying competition, conceding a late winner at home to Tunisia. They're losing in Mozambique. Otieno. As things stand, Nigeria on 12 points, Tunisia on 11. Mozambique on 7 and Kenya on 3. John Obi Mikel. Running down the clock. Very clever, very professional from the Chelsea midfielder. Opio, who was drawn into it. That's exactly what John Obi Mikel wanted him to do. Eats up a few more seconds, and there aren't too many left. Running it into the corners. Can't blame them for that. And another free kick. Won by Victor Obinna this time. Obinna. And it's a goal kick. Shrobu Amodu, the Nigerian coach, checking his watch. Soon be checking his diary and making an appointment for next June and July in South Africa, unless Kenya snatch another equaliser. Oliech hasn't had quite the same impact in the second half that he enjoyed in the first, the Auxerre striker. Shoots here. And Yema gets his body behind it well. He got something on both of the goals without managing to keep them out. That will disappoint him. Odemwingie. Obinna's shot charged down. The substitutes have made the difference for Nigeria. There was Obinna's shot blocked by George Owino. It fell to Yakubu. So Nigeria's second. And Martins has scored twice. Julius Owino and Odemwingie. Odemwingie trying to flick it off the defender. He was wise to the tactic. Flicked by Odemwingie to Obinna. Goes past Edgar Ochieng. And Ochieng stamping through him. And then stamping on him. Well, that was really silly. He's already been booked too, Edgar Ochieng. Incredibly, seems to escape without a second yellow. That almost warranted a straight red in itself. Understandably frustrated, but you simply can't. You just can't do this. Yakubu, he'll wait to be challenged. Off a chaser. I'm sure that Nigeria will play this one short again. No need for Joseph Yobo to come forward anymore. Leave Obafemi Martins on his own in the box. There we go, the short corner, Kel Surprise. Tunisia need Kenya to equalise, otherwise they will not be going to South Africa. By the sounds of things, they'll only have themselves to blame. There were 3 minutes of added time at the end of the 90. That's just been signalled by the fourth official, Jean-Claude Labrosse of the Seychelles. Oliech. Play on. Opio. Joroge. Yusuf regathers for Nigeria. Just 2 minutes separating the Super Eagles from South Africa. Kenya's Africa Cup of Nations dream is over. And the news has come in. It has finished. Mozambique 1, Tunisia 0 in Maputo. So as long as Nigeria hang on here, they will go through. Tunisia need Kenya to score an equaliser in the next 90 seconds. Mozambique have secured an Africa Cup of Nations place. Yobo. Julius Owino. Obinna loses the ball. And there's the final whistle. Nigeria have qualified for the World Cup in South Africa. Kenya 2, Nigeria 3. What a dramatic game. Kenya 1-0 up thanks to Dennis Oliech. Obafemi Martins equalised in the second half on as a substitute. Then Yakubu scored to put Nigeria in front. Before the substitute Alan Wanga equalised for Twahir Muhyiddin's team, Kenya. Only for Obafemi Martins to pop up with the winner. Just 7 minutes from time. And with Mozambique fulfilling their end of the bargain and beating Tunisia in Maputo, it is Nigeria who top the group with 12 points to Tunisia's 11. Mozambique finish on 7 and Kenya 3. Nigeria qualifying for the World Cup. Tunisia and Mozambique into the Africa Cup of Nations. We'll leave you on myafricanfootball.com with the goals. There's Oliech. This one is Martins' first. Obinna's shot charged down by George Owino. Yakubu hits the post, but then follows up 2-1. Marking problems, and Alan Wanga equalises. only for Obafemi Martins to come up with the vital goal. The Wolfsburg striker firing the Super Eagles into the World Cup. Thanks for following this game on myafricanfootball.com. We've got more qualifiers coming up for you throughout the weekend. And don't forget the Africa Cup of Nations coming up in January. See you very soon on myafricanfootball.com. Bye for now.